Welcome to Inner Peace Arts Unscripted. I'm your host, James Coleman. I'm a writer, speaker, and coach on personal development, spirituality, and social change. You can check out my blog at innerpeacearts.wordpress.com. Email me at innerpeacearts@protonmail.com, and Facebook and Twitter at innerpeacearts1. Today is a spirituality topic, and it's a harrowing one. And so put on your seatbelts and be prepared to have ideas, beliefs shaken. Today I'm going to start off on talking about God as the stream. And it's the stream of input that comes into us that we process. It comes from God, or I'm just going to call it the stream. And this stream allows unimaginable horror from the perspective of us as human beings. And there's no way around this. And I think that claims to the contrary that do not fully accept this are delusional. I'll just put it that way. Unimaginable horror is supported by the stream. Right? And whether or not it's the will of the stream is, in my opinion, irrelevant. It's happening. It's happening now. And it's something that has to be faced. And this is one of the reasons why I call it Inner Peace Arts, is because we are able to look at this and remain peaceful in some sense. And not peaceful in, I'm going to make this explicit, not peaceful in the Buddhist sense of acceptance and kind of like, non-theistic stuff. I'm not going there. There's lots of things that are in Buddhist traditions that are helpful, especially in the kind of awareness realm. Certainly fantastic tradition there. But on this one, I'm not buying that particular perspective. And I mention this because what does the stream provide at the end of the day? I think the stream provides opportunity. Where there's awareness, there is opportunity to bring about some desired change. And that's it. And I guess I share this because I share this in the context of the unimaginable horror as the basis for the conversation. Because if the unimaginable horror doesn't motivate you to choose the opportunity that you have to make change, what will? This is a real bottom line that I don't think can be avoided. You can self-delude yourself and say, I'm, waiting for, I'll go there, waiting for Christ to return. Okay? In the meanwhile, what you are doing is actually enabling the horror to be. And now, listen, I'm not saying that you just lay down and stop working and trying to eat. But I'm saying that at the forefront needs to be this notion of the unimaginable horror that is, and the nature of your complicity in it, and how that moves you, how that shapes you. To what extremes do you go in addressing it? I think this is why, from a Christian perspective, he would say, if you love mother or father more than me, you're not worthy of me. There is a kind of extreme dedication that's necessary to the opportunity to bring about change that I think is underestimated and overlooked, and is not really the basis of the fellowship. And that's why I use the term unimaginable horror. But at the same time, I think that the reason to be led into using the opportunity for the change against the unimaginable horror is the fact that there is the possibility of an emergent structure based upon belief and relation of human beings that can end it. And that is what I would call the hope of Christ, or the hope of the universal consciousness. And which is why I leave and come back and leave and come back, because the base perspectives in Christianity are the best ones, in my opinion. I still think there's lots of things to rewrite, because the nature of the Christian now is not the nature of the first century Christian, where the ruling class tried to crush them and was unable. I would say that currently the ruling class is effectively crushing Christianity, and that it's not expressing itself in its true capacity. And I think in part because the book has been controlled, and the language has been controlled, and thus access to real power over material, which includes power over the beliefs, structures, and actions that people take. The body is material, right? Is all highly suppressed. And the reason why I do what I do is because I believe that the efforts that I make are undoing that doing, and are breaking through to the core to help us find that core Christianity that actually shakes the world and shakes ruling class structures. And this is why I start off with the unimaginable horror, because if it doesn't motivate you to do something different, nothing will. And for the evangelist, right, the one trying to make changes in people's lives, if they're not moved by unimaginable horror, there's nothing you're going to do to change them, to stop them from doing whatever they're doing. And you are literally looking for those who are moved by the message. You know, my sheep know my voice. And I'm seeing the truth more and more in that. And so this is what I wanted to share today. Very stark and stirring. But there is an opportunity. And the opportunity is in the possibility of an emergent structure of related human beings believing, and that they can find that structure. Narrow is the way. And that's it. But, you know, this is a world of unimaginable horror. And to not see that and to be caught up in the Martha, the daily notions of what it takes to live, and to think that those things are more important than whatever energy comes from seeing the unimaginable horror and seeing also that there is opportunity out, and having that be the place from which you operate. I think that's a mistake. And I find myself, when I am in difficult situations, instead of running towards trying to solve it with, getting more money or finding another way or to solve the problem, I find that I delve myself deeper into spiritual things, and not as a hiding, but as a recognition of what's true. I mean, there's nothing that I've said here that is not true. Nothing that I've said here that can't be substantiated with further evidence. And yet it is born out of a place where I should be doing other things, but I'm not. And I have no qualms about that. And that's what I leave you with today. Like I said, stark and harrowing, and should leave you thinking about what your next steps should be, and how you're going to go about finding them. My name is James Coleman. Once again, this has been Inner Peace Arts Unscripted, and I hope that this has been eye-opening for you. Yavarechecha Adonai vayishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vihuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha, ve'asem lecha shalom. Have a great day.